Sugar. Here's a dog that was probably dumped out here. She's very skinny. She's very skittish. I'm trying to earn her trust. Got some cat food, dog food treats. And she gets over, she sniffs my finger, but boy, if I whip out this leash that I have, she's going, hey girl, hey.
When I learned that 2 pit bulls had been dumped in the forest, it really broke my heart. My dogs are all rescues, and they are cherished members of the family. The Good Samaritans that had found the 2 pit bulls were able to capture one of the dogs, but the other was so scared, and they had tried for 2 days, but were unable to capture her. Once I learned that, I decided I would go out and try myself, and I brought all the tools of the trade with me. The dog was very scared, and I couldn't get her either. So I thought, you know what, she was dumped with another dog, so maybe if we brought another dog out here, that might work. So I recruited a friend who had a male German Shepherd. What I didn't know at the time was the Pitbull was in heat. My friend walked her German Shepherd down the trail, and when she turned and came back, sure enough, the Pitbull followed. I hunkered down and waited patiently for them to pass by me, and when they did, I simply picked the Pitbull up, put the leash around her, and put her in my car. Originally, I was going to take her to the shelter, but she was so scared and so shut down. The shelter's no place for any dog, let alone one that's as scared as she was. So I changed my mind, and I brought her home. She appeared to be in pretty poor physical condition. She was obviously not well taken care of. So my plan was to rehabilitate her mentally and also take care of her physically. I knew this was going to be a long and slow process, but we would just take it day by day. In the meantime, I thought she needed a name, and my grandson came up with the name Honey. So this dog does not seem to have had much human interaction or any interaction, it looks like. Although Honey was extremely frightened of everything, there was some business to take care of. I took her to the shelter to check her for a microchip and also to register her in case an owner was looking for her. I would take her home and foster her, and then we would see how that went. I also took her to the vet to make her spay appointment, and they later determined that she was only 1 or 2 years old and had been bred before. In order to help Honey get over her fear, the first thing we needed to do was establish trust. And the way you did that was by showing her how loved she was and providing a calm and quiet environment. We brought her in the house and showed her around. And I also needed to see how well she was going to get along with the other animals. I have a lot of cats, and so we brought her in with one of our calmest cats. She got a little too close to Cora, and Cora reacted. But Honey's reaction back was perfect. The best you could hope for a dog is for them to just walk away. The biggest test, though, was with my pit bull, who has been dog reactive, and the reason I had never gotten another dog for many, many years. Honey being in heat was perfect on her part, and Star, my feisty little pit bull, reacted positively to the introduction, which was wonderful because that meant I was going to be able to keep Honey. So we started right away, introducing her to the rest of things that dogs needed to know and have. Fetch was an important part of play.
Good girl.
And we also provided Honey with many toys, which she loved. Although Parker, my laid-back Staffordshire Terrier girl, was not impressed. What I looked forward to the most, though, was reintroducing Honey to the forest. This time, it would be an exciting adventure shared with the other members of the pack. But I was really scared when this happened, by the way. I walked her out in the leash, came to our doggy pond, and I let her go. And just like all the other dogs before her that I had rescued, most of which were adults, they stayed together. I wasn't that brave, though. if you notice, Honey has a GPS on her. So had she ran away, I would have at least been able to track her. But she didn't. She had loads of fun.
Hey, sweetie. Come here, girl. Good girl. Yeah. Oh, look at her. Yeah. Okay. Okay. You having fun? Yeah, good girl. Good girl.
And then Honey's world really opened up. She remained fearful around people and things related to people, but out here in the forest, she was uninhibited and free and extremely happy.
Come on, girl.
And back home, she was having new experiences as well. Her first jammies. Learning to play Find the Treat with the pack.
Okay.
And most importantly, obedience training, which comes in very useful when you have a pack of dogs out in the forest.
Honey, come. Good girl.
But really, Honey's number one love was going out in the forest, and she let me know when it was time. She's not very patient. We're going in a minute. We're going in a minute. Okay?
And here she comes. Let's see. She's gonna make her way back. There she comes.
Hey, girl. Come on. Come on, girl. Good girl. Good girl. That's our Honey for you. I also have Parker up here. We're just enjoying a short hike in the forest.
It's been almost 2 years since I brought Honey home. Today, she's such a happy-go-lucky girl. So different from that scared dog I rescued that day. I can only guess that her past wasn't the greatest. But her future? Well, her future will be filled with love and companionship and many more adventures.
Good girl.